What's up, everybody? This is Power Glove Pixels back again with a new video. So in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a tour of some of the consoles that I have in my collection and some of the memories that I have with it and some of the games that I have that I'm playing right now at the moment. So the first thing that you guys see here is my computer. So this is a computer that I use daily for my gaming, my video editing, uh, photo editing, Photoshop, and everything. And if you guys are wondering what kind of specs I have, I'm running an AMD build, Vega 64, 64 gigs of RAM, and I'm running 4.2 hertz Ryzen with some Astros A50s. Awesome device. Yeah, at the moment, PC gaming it's just blown up big, honestly. And you know, by the way, I'm also using a MV2 SSD for my computer, which games boot super fast. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I have a connector there as well. If you guys are wondering, you still use that. I use it for the camera, which is pretty good. It works pretty well. Um, so for the computer, what am I playing? Destiny 2, and I believe I'm playing uh, Battlegrounds. I believe that's what I'm playing on my PC. A lot of people play with the keyboard and mouse, but for me, I'm playing with an Elite controller. That's the way I'm playing it. I don't know. I just like the feel of this controller, and I'm just like old school. I don't know. I just can't get into the keyboard, and the keyboard and stuff. People say, "Oh, you gotta play." No, for me, controller. That's the way I play, and that's the way I'm gonna keep playing. A lot of people say it's faster, but that's not my cup of tea. For me, like I said, the controller, that's the only way that I will play. So that's the first thing that I have here is my PC. This is one of my main platforms where I game. So the next thing we have here is a TurboGrafx 16 Mini. I'm happy to finally have it in my collection. What can I say about it? Growing up, um, I didn't have a TurboGrafx 16, but I had a friend that had it or two. I remember seeing them playing Bonks, and that's one of the reasons why I picked it up because, yeah, there were just so many great games like Splatterhouse and a lot of shooters. Um, what else can I say? Yeah, the only thing I do want to do is I want to mod it so I can add more games to it. Apparently, it was supposed to get released last month, but hopefully soon we're able to mod it so we can add some games because that's one of the things that I want to do. I want to add something called Legends Axe, I think, or Axe Legend. I can't remember what it's called. That's one of the games that I want to add on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. Um, Retails about $100, and at the moment, I'm playing Bonks 3, and I'm also playing Splatterhouse 1. Awesome games. Definitely, I recommend it. And what's strange and pretty shocking? This is just for me. I actually like this mini compared to the NES and the NES Mini. The NES Mini and the Super NES Mini. This is a better device, and for a couple reasons. One, I just love the UI. When you play a game, it does like a animation that you put in the disc, and it looks cool. You know what I mean? And it's pretty badass. I like that. So definitely the TurboGrafx 16 for me is the best mini when it comes to that. You know, when it comes to minis. So definitely cool. All right, let's move into this right here. Stadia. Oh, so you're probably wondering, does this crap suck? Well, guess what? It doesn't. To me, Stadia is a cloud based platform, and it works pretty awesome, and I'm a big supporter. And what the magic about this is that you can pretty much play it anywhere where you want. You can play it on any TV, any tablet, any iPad, any phone. And that's the magic about this, that you don't have to be stuck into one thing. That's one thing. Second, and this is another area where it always gets overshadowed, is how fast games boot. The same games just boot super fast. and you don't even have to download anything. You don't have to install anything. The moment that you buy a game, for example, let's just say Cyberpunk, which is supposed to come out at the end of the year, that game, when it comes out on PC, you're gonna have to install, you're gonna have to, and it's just a mess. People get used to it. There's nothing wrong with it. But on this, for example, you just buy it and you're already playing it in seconds. So you don't even have to think about, oh, I gotta download this. Oh, let's see if I have space. No, you download it, and on top of that, it's quick. Now, I've heard people say, oh, it lags. Oh, the system is dead. No, it's not dead. I'm very active in the community, and I'm in the forums, and it's pretty big. There is a market that definitely is playing cloud-based games, and a lot of people were confused. It's like, is this like a subscription type of thing? Where like Netflix, where you're like, selecting hundreds of games, but it's not. It's a console. You got to see this as a console, but that you don't really need it. You see it physically. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Like this is, I kind of see this like this is the console right here that you're saying right here. So I don't know. It just disappoints me that how much people bash it when you just gotta try it. You know what I mean? I have had friends, I think about 2 or 3 friends that have tried this in my house, and they all have been convinced that they want to get one, just because this actually works. I cannot stress that. A lot of people say it doesn't, but it does. But this is what I tell people: if you want it to work good, if you can try to have it the modem as closest to wherever you're gaming. Second, if you can connect it to a wired, because you can connect this also Ethernet, then do that, because it definitely eliminates a lot of the problems that you have with Wi-Fi issues. So yeah, we have to see where the future stands on this, to be honest. But I'm definitely a big supporter, and yeah, I'm paying $10 a month, which gives you 4K HDR, and they give you about 2 to 6 games each month, and the games are actually pretty good. They're not garbage like Xbox that gives you, or PlayStation. The games are actually pretty good. So definitely, I'm a big supporter of Stadia. All right, let's move on to this platform here. What can I say about the PS1? The PS1 is a system that I grew up with, and if you guys are wondering what this is back here, this is a PSIO. Think of it as a hard drive attached to this PlayStation, and you don't even have to worry about putting disc. And what's cool about it is that you can actually put disc if you want to, but I want to keep my disc minty, you know what I mean, and I don't want it to get scratched. So definitely I rely more on that device back there, and I just play whatever game I want. This is a blue PS1 limited controller, which is awesome. Yeah, definitely. What can I say about the PS1? It's a great PlayStation. It's my favorite PlayStation console from from PS1, 2, and 3, and 4. This is definitely my favorite. That that I just love playing. What am I playing on this? I'm playing Final Fantasy VIII, and I'm playing Street Fighter EX. That's pretty much what I'm playing on this. On Stadia, if you guys are wondering what I'm playing there, I'm playing Destiny, and I'm also playing Monster Boy, which that's one game that they gave with their subscription, which was pretty awesome. Those are the 2 games that I'm playing there. The next platform we have here is my Smoky Skeleton Sega Saturn. Now this is extremely rare. That only came out in Japan. I believe this was one of the last ones that came out in Japan, and I have it with a wireless controller, which works about 40 hours, I believe, 40-60 hours around there. Definitely awesome device, that I definitely recommend if you're going to be gaming on the Sega Saturn. Now, at the moment, I'm playing Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Awesome game. But next week, I'm going to be installing this SSD hard drive, and this game has every game on the Sega Saturn, and hopefully I'm going to be able to play all my games there, and I'm just waiting for a special mod that I'm gonna put in there, replace that, and then put this, and I'm going to be playing all my Sega Saturn games. So, and that cartridge back there is a 4 MB. You definitely need that if you want to boot that game. But definitely, I don't know, the Sega Saturn growing up, I was more into the PlayStation because at the time, the PlayStation was out. But the Sega Saturn, there was a lot of great games in there, that I used to want back in the time, like Sonic R, which is like a racing Sonic game. Um, what else? There was a lot of fighting games, to be honest with you, like X-Men Junior Adam, that honestly run better here than this system. Honestly, I would say this is a powerhouse when it comes to fighting games. To be honest with you, if that's what you're looking for in Japanese, this is definitely the way you want to experience fighting games. I wouldn't recommend them on the PlayStation, to be honest with you, unless it's exclusive. But definitely, this system, um, yeah, I have a special spot in my collection, and definitely I'm happy. It took about a couple months to get from Japan, but happy that I have it in my collection. All right, let's move down here. We have an Xbox 360. What can I say? The 360, to be honest, this is my favorite Xbox from Microsoft. Um, yeah, there's so many great games. The games I'm playing on the 360 would be Tales of Vesperia. I'm playing Last Dragon. What is it called? Last Dragon? I think it's called Last Dragon. Um, Lost Odyssey. Wait, no, not Lost Dragon. It's Blue Dragon. That's what it's called. And yeah, so those are the games that I'm playing at the moment. And one of the best Street Fighter games is on this platform. Never got re-released, so it's pretty much stuck here. And it kind of sucks because I would want to play it on the current, but if I want to play it, I would have to play it here, and it's awesome. Street Fighter, that's the best Street Fighter that I recommend personally. If you're into the Street Fighter series, which is Hyper Fighting, it's one of the classics, definitely one of the originals. That's the way that I would play it on. Down there, I have my original PlayStation 3. What can I say? I mean, I would say this is the worst PlayStation in my opinion, but there was just a lot of great games on the PS3, like Uncharted, Metal Gear 4. You cannot play that anywhere else other than here. Definitely, yeah. I mean, the beginning was pretty rough for the PS3, but over the years, it definitely proved that it's a good gaming console. So yeah, definitely, I'm glad I have it in my collection. All right, so now we're gonna move into my other consoles. So right here, if you guys are wondering, this is an LG TV. So the first thing we have here is a Nintendo Switch. This is a system that I picked up day one. Uh, I believe I have a 512 gig. Was it 512 gig? Yeah, 512 gig. I was gonna say megabytes. A 512 gig SD or an SD card or whatever. Um, yeah, the Switch is there's just so many great games on this platform. Breath of the Wild, unbelievable, so much fun. What am I playing on the Switch? Luigi's Mansion 3 and I believe Final Fantasy 8 Remaster. I'm playing there. It's a good port, believe it or not. I like it playing on the go. Awesome, awesome. Next device, we have the PlayStation 4 Pro. I would say this is a solid system that PlayStation made. Um, I have it with a blue limited edition controller. What am I playing here? I was playing The Last of Us 2. I just beat it. I gotta give it maybe a 7. I feel that the story is all over the place. But mechanics, graphics look pretty good. I'm also playing Final Fantasy 7 remake, I believe, on it as well. What can I say about that game? At first I was excited for it, but the more I played it, I wanted to play the original one. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. So anyway, but it's not a bad game. Final Fantasy Remake is definitely a good game. Don't think it's a bad game. It's definitely a great game, but I don't know. Just for me, I guess because I have more nostalgic towards the old school, and that's why I play. I always go back to the original one. But anyways, that's what I'm playing at the moment. The next device I have here is the Analog NT. Now, this device right here is pretty expensive. I'm so happy to have it in my collection. When it came out, I believe it was like 500 bucks. Now, if you want to buy one of these, it's about 900 to 1500, but it's the ultimate Nintendo entertainment system. It's great for 4K TV, and there's just so many options. Do I recommend it for everybody? No. This is definitely for someone like me that likes hardcore Nintendo games and that wants to experience them, the best, basically. Now I have to give it credit to, the Nintendo Entertainment System. I still have my original also, my original Nintendo system, but I have those collecting dust in my basement. This is really what I wanted for my 4K TV. Definitely, it's the way to play it. And I'm happy to have it in my collection. I never thought I was gonna have one, but I was able to get one for a good, reasonable price, and it happened. So definitely, I'm happy. I'm playing Double Dragon, Castlevania, and DuckTales, I believe. That's what I'm playing here. All right, the next system is the Super Nintendo, which is the Super NT. Honestly, this is the best way to experience the Super Nintendo. Same thing, same company, Analog. They make amazing, amazing products. Um, at the moment, I'm playing Chrono Trigger, and I believe I'm playing Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, I believe. That's what I'm playing there. So, yeah, definitely awesome device. All right, the next device we have here is the Nintendo 64. Now, I'm going to have to say that this is my favorite Nintendo system. Couple reasons. Coming from the Super Nintendo, for example, and bringing those franchises into 3D, like Zelda to, into the 3D, or Mario into the 3D, I was just blown away. I remember picking up my original Nintendo 64 on September 24, I believe, and I picked it up at my local Sears, and I just couldn't sleep. I was just so excited for for Nintendo 64 and playing Mario 64. I just couldn't sleep. I was just like stressed out. I remember the day before, that night, I just couldn't sleep. That's how excited I was as a kid. But there's just so many great games here, like Smash Brothers, Star Fox, Mario Kart. I mean, this GoldenEye. By the way, this is a watermelon red system with the Ultra HDMI. Looks gorgeous on my 4K TV. Definitely, that's pretty pricey to do that mod, but happy to have it in my collection. The only thing I'm missing is a 6040D, which I'm keeping an eye on eBay. Hopefully, I'm able to get it soon, or whenever an opportunity happens. But definitely, the Nintendo 64, hands down, is my favorite system from Nintendo. What am I playing? I'm playing Diddy Kong Racing, and I'm playing GoldenEye, and I believe I'm playing Mario 64 as well. And Wave Race, one of my favorite games on the Nintendo 64, definitely. Then we're gonna move into the Sega Dreamcast. The Sega Dreamcast, to be honest with you guys, I would say this is the first system that I bought with my own money when I had my first job. And the system that you guys are seeing here is yellow skin Sega Dreamcast, extremely rare. Now, this Dreamcast that you guys are seeing is worth about $800 to $1,000. Now, you're probably wondering, what the heck? What makes it so expensive? So the first thing you guys ever notice is that it has a yellow transparent skin. Now, this skin only came out of Japan. This skin alone is about 200 bucks alone, just this skin that you guys are seeing here. The next thing that's expensive is that it has a built-in GDMU, that this device goes for 400 to 500 bucks. Extremely rare. It basically is like a hard drive towards the makes your Dreamcast not read any more disk, but it's reading it from an SD card, and that's why it's extremely rare. Also has a special mod. It has also the broadband adapter, Wi-Fi. It has the DC HDMI for better picture. Believe it or not, you can still play online Phantasy Star. There's a special community that plays on the weekends, and yeah, it's pretty fun. The only thing I don't have at the moment, and I'm trying to get, is my keyboard. I had an original one, but it broke, so I'm trying to get a keyboard for it so I can play online on the Sega Dreamcast. So definitely this is a great system. So many gems. Um, what else can I say? What am I playing? Soul Calibur, and I believe Sonic Adventure 2. And I believe Sonic Adventure 1 as well. So those are the three top games that I'm playing at the moment. Awesome system, awesome system. All right, next system we have here is the Neo Geo. Now, I call this the rich boy system. And the reason is because these cartridges are super expensive. When these cartridges came out back in 1990, they were about 300 bucks. Guess what? These cartridges are still hundreds and hundreds of dollars each, and the reason is because they're beautiful. I mean, they come with the art, they come with the big cartridges, and these graphics still look to this day amazing, especially because my Neo Geo is connected through HDMI into my 4K TV, and it looks gorgeous. I cannot stress how these graphics look even till today, honestly. And these are the only two games I have at the moment, because it's pretty pricey. But I'm trying to get a special cartridge where you can have every game, and it's about 650 bucks, but it's definitely worth it because each of these games are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars each. We're not even talking about both. So these cartridges are super expensive. Back in 1990, I remember, going to the arcades and having that experience on, at your home. I believe it was like about 650 bucks. So currency today is like over 1,000. So definitely this is a rich boy system. That's what I call it, the rich boy system. Definitely it's not for everybody. I had a memory card, as you can see. You can save your progress. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say, but it's an awesome system, but too pricey. Hopefully, like I said, I can get that special cartridge. All right, the next thing we have here is an Xbox One X. Honestly, if you're gonna get an Xbox One, this is definitely the system you want to get. Avoid the original Xbox. There was just way too many fumbles, and that's one of the reasons why it didn't become, I wouldn't say successful, because Xbox One did a good job, but compared to the PS4 did a way more better job. But definitely this is the system you want to be getting. What am I playing on Xbox One? I think Sea of Thieves. What else? Sea of Thieves. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm playing. Oh, and GTA 5. Yeah, I'm always playing with my buddy. Spider Empire. But that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not really much I really play on Xbox One, but definitely, it's there in my collection. Next system we have here is an original Xbox. Yeah, this is a Halo edition that came out in 2004, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing Ninja Gaiden, and I believe I'm playing Dead or Alive. Yeah, awesome device as well. Let's move on to the next one. Here in the bottom we have a PlayStation 2. This is my original PlayStation 2. It's modded. It has every game built in. So many great memories. I'm playing Street Fighter EX 3, Kingdom Hearts, and I believe I'm playing Metal Gear 2. Awesome device. Definitely. I remember playing it at the end of 2000, because I remember I didn't pick it up in the beginning, but I was able to get it maybe like at the end of the year. But definitely modded, has every game built in, and yeah, what can I say? PlayStation. Then the next system here we see here is a Mega SG, which is the ultimate Sega Genesis. Same company, Analog, makes amazing products. Yeah, I mean, growing up, like I said, I was more of a Nintendo kid. I wasn't really a Genesis person. But for me personally, there was just so many great games. And the games I'm playing there at the moment, it would be Sonic Adventure 2, and I believe I'm playing X-Men. Awesome. Next device we have here is a modded GameCube. Now this has Swiss. It has every game built in. It also has a Game Boy player. I also have official components that I found the other day. I mean, I remember buying those back in the day for like between 30 and 60 bucks, but super expensive. What's cool about this, it actually glows neon blue lights, and yeah, I mean, I just like playing with these lights all the time. it just looks awesome. But yeah, definitely awesome. GameCube. What can I say about it? I remember picking it up on day one and playing a lot of Star Wars. I remember, and I think Wave Race. But to this day, the games I'm playing at the moment would be Mario Kart Double Dash, and I believe Metal Gear. I'm playing at the moment on Twin Snake. Awesome device, awesome. And my final device that I have here is the Wii. You know, a lot of people think of it as the Wii Sport system, but honestly, there's a lot of great games like Super Mario Galaxy, Mad World. There's a Punch Out game they're awesome. And thanks to a friend, I was able to get this, and I definitely happy to have it in my collection. So that's pretty much it for my collection of gaming consoles. Um, that I have in my collection. And yeah, if you guys want more videos like that, just let me know. I would can do a gaming one. I have hundreds and hundreds of games, but that would be another video. This is more focused on consoles, my memories, what I'm playing on them. And yeah, that's pretty much. Give me a like if you guys want more videos like this. And this is Power Glove Pixels. Till next time.